अस्सलाम वालेकुम, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल। आप सबका स्वागत है। आप देख रहे हैं साउथ एशियन फोकस टीवी। मेरा नाम है हुमा खान और मेरे साथ हमेशा की तरह
मैं सनी जोशी भी आपका हार्दिक अभिनंदन, हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूँ।
Now, Sunny, our first segment is very interesting. We've got two wonderful guests in the studio with us who have a very, very unique concept for a restaurant. We've got Anjan Mani and Mani Kumar in the studio with us, and they're going to tell us about their restaurant signs. Welcome, gentlemen, to the studio.
Welcome,
Thank you for having us on the studio.
Now, the name Signs kind of gives a hint as to the theme of this venture of yours in this restaurant, but why don't you elaborate and tell us more?
So Signs is a very unique concept. The uniqueness of our concept is that we have deaf waiters and waitresses in our restaurant, and you order for food using American Sign Language.
Wow.
So our menus are designed in such a way that you are able to sign for your food. So we have pictures showing how you sign for each and every item on the menu. So let's give you a basic example. If it's like a chicken salad, you go like chicken and salad. So literally it has pictures showing how you do it, and you can try and use it and try and communicate with your deaf server using that menu.
Wonderful. Is this the first of its kind, Manny, that this idea in Canada?
Yeah, this is the first of its kind. In fact, this is the first restaurant which employs deaf servers in a restaurant. We've heard and we have seen a couple of restaurants in other parts of the world where deaf servers work, but the concept that we are employing is totally different from the other restaurants in other parts of the world.
Right.
It's probably, you can say, it's unique in the world.
Right.
So what inspired you to come up with this concept idea here locally?
So I used to work for a restaurant back in the day, a few years ago. It's a casual dining restaurant, and I used to have a deaf customer who used to come to my restaurant all the time. And he used to order for his food by pointing at items on the menu. So I want this, I want this. So I always felt any restaurant we go to, we expect a certain level of service. Like if you want to go to a fast food restaurant, you want that food in 2 minutes. That's why you pay that money. And if you want to go to, let's say, a casual dining restaurant, you're there for the ambience, you want to feel good, you want to have some sort of communication with the server. So I always felt that this guest, he was a very nice guy, he used to come like 3 times a week, and he used to order by pointing. I felt that we didn't have good communication. So I wanted to interact with him better, so I tried to learn some basic sign language. Like I learned, how are you? Nice to meet you. Enjoy. Some of these basics. And I just tried, I Googled it online. I said, okay, how am I going to find it out? Okay, I found out. And I said, okay, let me try it on him. Then he was very delighted. And then when he came back, he saw me sign, he was very delighted. He was very surprised to see me sign. And he was very happy also, and he was excited. He started signing really fast to me. So I was like, hold on, sorry, I'm learning. So that sort of interaction I had, I thought, it would be fun to have a restaurant staffed with deaf. Why don't I try this? So, and a couple of years after I completed my MBA, a couple of years ago, I sort of started seriously thinking about this concept. I said, you know what, this is a great idea. And we started interacting with the deaf community. And the deaf community, they were very passionate about it. They really loved the fact that, this is a great job opportunity for the deaf. And they said, this is fantastic. I think it's a fantastic idea. They were so passionate about it, and they were fully supportive. All the deaf community in the GTA, they were very happy. They're very supportive, and that's why we decided let's go ahead with it. And the support of the deaf community, we managed to sort of launch this amazing concept.
Wow, really nice. And Manny, when we talk about the deaf community, are the waiters deaf, or the chef and the cooks are also? Some of them are, some of them are not.
All the waiters are deaf.
Okay.
The back of house, a couple of cooks are deaf, and the dishwashers are deaf. We do have hearing kitchen staff, and we do have the front desk people, those who greet the customers when they come in. They are also not deaf.
Right.
They are hearing people, but they know the sign language. So they greet the customers when the customers come in. They greet the customers and seat them, and then introduce the deaf waiter to them. So their role ends there. So that's why we have the hearing ASL knowing front desk people. So talking about Anjan's idea, so he did his MBA from Ryerson after he worked a few years in the restaurant industry, And he came up with this idea that, Dad, he told me, Dad, I want to start this restaurant. Then I said, it's a fantastic concept. And I said, I'll definitely support you. So that's where, I said, I'll invest all my savings into this business.
So what has the response been from patrons, from people who are attending and coming to the restaurant? It must sounds almost like a very fun learning experience.
So response has been very, very amazing because firstly, I think we have had wonderful guests.
Right.
Because we are still a learning restaurant. We are a very new concept. Our guests have said they've never had this kind of experience anywhere before. Mm-hmm. Because what it does is we are trying to bridge the gap between the deaf and the hearing. Mm-hmm. So there is this gap, but there's a communication barrier that we have. We're trying to remove that. So, and at the same time give job opportunities for the deaf. So the deaf and the hearing, so when now the hearing people who are coming to a restaurant, about 80% of our guests don't know any sign language. Mm-hmm. So now they're coming to a restaurant and they're trying to communicate, they're trying to figure out, oh, this is obvious, I'm trying to learn something, and they're now able to communicate with the deaf person.
Right.
So what happens is the people are learning more, they're understanding a new culture, which is the deaf culture, which otherwise you would not have had to interact with the deaf person. Right. So for example, how many deaf people have you interacted with? Mm-hmm. It's hard to answer that question because it's not something which we would actually do it every day. We would it brings light onto the deaf community. It's sort of you trying to say, hey, there's a community like this, and they're wonderful, and we're giving them job opportunities, and it's great, and they're able to work in a restaurant environment.
Right. And do people notice it, like when they're walking in, that the name of the restaurant is signs, obviously? So, or is it like a pleasant surprise when they come in that, oh, okay, this is what you guys mean?
Actually, they just come in. Like most of them actually know about our concept, but there are a few who just walk in and you suddenly say. So we explained to the concept to them. So they were like, oh, that's why it's called signs. So they get that idea as well. They said, oh, now I get it. So, but they were pleasantly surprised by it, and they were also happy that they came to the restaurant. They get this sense of social responsibility for them, that they're able to interact, and they sort of they feel that they learned something new. That's what gives them. So it's a learning experience. You learn something new when you come to the restaurant. You learn a new language, right? So sign language is also one of the official languages in Canada, and not a lot of people know that. I didn't know that a few months ago as well.
I didn't know that.
So but it's great. Like the response has been phenomenal. So it goes well with our whole. So a lot of restaurants, food is the most important. So it goes well with everything: the food, the service, and the experience,
right?
With the learning experience.
Right.
So speaking of the food, what is the cuisine? I'm just curious to know. Is it like a continental mixture of? I'm not even sure. What can people expect when they come to your restaurant?
So it's international cuisine.
Okay.
So how it is we didn't focus on a particular cuisine. We tried to do a mix and blend, because really Canada is very multicultural, and Toronto especially is totally multicultural. We have everybody from every city living in Toronto. So it's hard to focus on a particular cuisine, and that doesn't help our sign language, because our sign language, it's more generic. So we sort of went with the generic. So we had different kinds of cuisine, blended it in international. So mostly Canadian, but with a blend of the blended twist. We have some sort of East Indian to West Indian, all like. Some of our famous foods are the.
I'm gonna have to cut you off. I'm so sorry. I wish we had more time, but what a wonderful concept, and congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for being in the studio. We'll be back with lots more.
Signs Restaurant and Bar, 558 Yonge Street, Toronto. For more info, 647-349-7446.